Now, the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is gearing up to present her 7th Union Budget tomorrow. Will there be continued focus on rural consumption? Will there be any tax relief for low-income individuals? Janani Janardhan joins us to share all the expectations lined up for the budget.
Will the July 2024 budget be a populist one? This question and its larger implication of fiscal prudence grows particularly loud as the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman gears up to present her 7th consecutive budget. On one end, there is a question of whether the coalition government would have sway in the budget allocations. And on the other end, there is the present government's often emphasized reform spirit and the objective of fiscal consolidation. With this being the budget that immediately follows the recently concluded Lok Sabha election, it also sets the stage for larger policy priorities for the next 5 years. Expectations include continued focus on fiscal consolidation, but with a little change in the spending mix, favoring revenue expenditure. Predictions range from a more consumption-focused budget with stronger emphasis on poorer and rural households through welfare spending and some continued hope for tax breaks for the lower income categories. Now, currently under the new tax regime, the rebate limit stands at 7 lakh, meaning those who earn an income up to 7 lakhs a year will not pay any taxes on their income. All of this now brings us to the focal point of the budget, which is of course the fiscal deficit. In 2021-22, during her budget speech, the finance minister outlined a fiscal consolidation path that would bring the fiscal deficit down to 4.5% of the GDP by 25-26. Now, in the interim budget this year, the government estimated the fiscal deficit at 5.1% of the GDP, which is down from 5.8% in the revised estimates last year. Now, economists are divided whether the government would further go down this path of fiscal consolidation. A lower deficit target by 0.1 or 0.2% is what they're seeing, which could also have some slightly lower borrowings. In the interim budget, gross borrowings stood at 14.1 lakh crore, net at 11.75 lakh crore. The golden egg, however, is the RBI dividend at 2.1 lakh crore that could offer some flexibility. Beyond this, economists estimate rolled over cash balances of 1.7 lakh crore from the last fiscal savings and a better tax profile that can provide a comfortable cushion against any revenue slippages, helping the government stay on track in FY25. This opens the door to possibilities in increasing welfare and rural spending, like increased allocation towards government's flagship schemes. An increased allocation for PMAY is already expected on the back of Modi 3.0 cabinet's first announcement to build 3 crore additional homes in rural and urban areas. Now, the BJP manifesto also bears mention of the intention to expand coverage for free healthcare to the elderly above 70 years of age. Completing the Jal Jeevan mission is also on the agenda. So this could all require some more funds. In terms of rural spends, there's also much anticipation around increasing direct benefit allowances like PM Kisan or Manrega. Support to industries through decriminalization, faster dispute resolution to reduce litigation is something that's also being anticipated. In 2019, a legacy dispute resolution scheme was facilitated for quick closure of cases. Something of this effect for customs is something that the industry is anticipating this time around. Special mentions to prompt investment and manufacturing through PLI schemes in newer areas and labor-intensive spaces like toys, textiles, furniture, tourism, logistics, getting some more impetus is something the industry is looking for. For MSMEs, access to capital, or rather raising capital through perhaps increasing SIDBI allocation is something they're watching out for. Incentivizing sectors like renewables, electronics, healthcare, capital goods is also something, along with incentivizing R&D expenditure that the industry wants. That's all we have for you now as we train our eyes and all our expectations to the Finance Minister's budget speech.